Hello fish friends, this is Decavitator here with the penultimate weapon guide. You're already seeing it in my player character's hands here. The big toothbrush, the mint Decavitator I believe it is called. Here we go. Yeah, let's talk about this wonderful new weapon. The paint is actually pretty good, possibly the best out of other Splatooners. Wall paint as well has really good coverage, however painting up a fish stick with it might be slow. How many shots it takes, I mean it should be doable in 3. You see the fire rate here already, takes a while. Right, the damage, the tap shot deals 120, so get small losses with that always. Just the hitbox of the sword without the projectile would only be killing small threats and nothing else. If you do this on coax, you're 3-hitting them, which I of course do not recommend. Faster for coax is to do the charge. The smaller letters you can just never. Then you're already seeing the number here, 450 damage. Conveniently, that happens to be exactly 1/2 of a Drizzler. However, make sure that whenever you're dealing with Drizzlers that you are not aiming too low. Because what happens, you know this probably from other Splatooners as well. You do aim too low, you're hitting the shield with part of your attack and then you 450 anymore. For steelheads, there is... I mean, I wouldn't call it a combo, but the way you kill them is you do one charged shot and one tap. Of course you can do that much faster than I did it here, like that. You also do have some leeway with the timing there, so you can be just a little bit late and you'll still be getting it. Something I've heard from other people is that they believe that the charge shot would be firing lower than this plate here. I cannot really confirm, honestly. I'm not feeling it. It's lower. It does, then not by much. What happens for steelheads a lot in a very similar fashion to Drizzlers is if you aim too low, you're just gonna hit the shield and that's not gonna go through. Yeah, ideally aim high on them and not low, and then you should be fine. Because you also do need to account for the movement. Just Misty, that wasn't even moving. And with that you also saw the lunge. Also it's like all the other swords. You like know exactly what you're doing, spacing wise, timing wise and stuff. Sure, go ahead and use it. But generally it's mostly a trap. I don't wanna use it more than absolutely necessary. An easy way to do that was just staying mobile as before you release. Or of course just like control stick the other direction, like here. Be careful with that. It has its uses, but be careful. Then of course you may have already guessed it with 500 HP bosses. And do a charge shot and then again a tap and like that. Big shot uses 3 charges, same as Stamper. A little bit slower I believe with the frames. Don't know the actual frame data or anything. This thing is obviously slower than Stamper, but more damage on it. Which one is better, you might wonder now. I would guess that over the Stamper might still be ahead because it does have better mobility and speed and such. But I mean, not by much, they're still close. They're both very good. Not even broken. What I'll say of fish sticks, of course, fish sticks you really hate with this, of course. You can do this and you're probably not gonna get it too fast. There might be one very precise angle that makes it bearable, but it's pretty much worse than Stamper for that, and I already hate Stamper on fish sticks. So yeah, if you actually do wanna kill them with this, probably better to claim them in most positions. Could work like all the other swords. Just tap a few times. Am I didn't actually get to try it yet in the rotation here. Already seen it a bunch. I can show it again the first rotation to play it. Ideally, the fish sticks should be left to the other weapons in the comp that are better for them. We definitely do have two good fish sticks here right around it. So of course, this is also very much better at it as long as it can get high ground somewhere. I mean, we have these two, so we should get on that. In most comps, we will have weapons that are strictly better at fish sticks. And if not, specials also do always exist. Just some of them. That, I believe, covers all the normal enemies. We should also talk a bit about the range here. I think I'm misremembering things. Anyway, from here I'm hitting the full damage. Okay. I'm still hitting it from here. Must be not right in front of it or something, I don't know. And you can also move a bit to the side and do the full damage. That. It works on the small guys with the tap shots. Oh, this one didn't work. So, but well, this is easily the biggest box of katana. This kinda nice that is actually the upside over the Stamper. Definitely an upside over the Wiper. The Wiper has an annoyingly small hitbox. But either way, it's a comparison of luxury to luxury and stuff. Other swords are nice. Yeah, let's talk about night waves. Gorillas, of course, you are always stunning with a full charge. Positioning, of course, is not the easiest thing with the short range you have. You have high ground like on spawning grounds, which is our current rotation here. Of course, it's completely free. It's like, you know, smoke yard from one side where you don't have high ground at all. So that can be tricky and bay, of course. A Rush, I have not gotten to play this in Rush yet, but I believe the slow fire rate might overall be a problem for keeping up with a stream of enemies. But yeah, still, it should be ideal to use mostly steps, I believe. Yeah, if a Goldie is approaching and it's really not getting hit, you can try to work in a charge, and then it has been. There's something else you're gonna do for 150 today. The Wiper is definitely number one for Rush. Or the Saw as well. I mean, not Chainsaw, but Griskus Katana. Doesn't have range or anything. But that's good enough deep just fine. Well, filtering. This one I'm not quite sure if it really them. And then of course there's no fancy flavor not cheat here. I've tried that too. It operates just like Stamper there. It doesn't cheat, it's just super high DPS. It doesn't cheat. Guess I might display the range of the two. The charge actually something. That doesn't seem good. Just makes it wider. I can actually create it on the wall point here, so tap, you charge. This is just projectile with stuff. As far as ground paint goes, they're exactly the same. Do the launch, then the projectiles. No way, let's do that again. Not the projectile, the... Gonna launch ahead, and you're also gonna paint further ahead. That is ever a consideration for something, I don't know, but that's just how this works mechanically. For seeking, I believe the best DPS should be to get in front of the Goldie. Let's say the Goldie is walking like toward me. Be just hugging it in front. Then we go for the charges. Best DPS for him. As I've already shot about the hug, like if you're just doing this, you're 3-hitting and it's really slow. But yeah, it's pretty much the polar opposite of the Grisco Splatana here, where the best DPS actually is to just tap. Not what here. You're dealing less damage, and I believe the swings are also a bit slower. So don't quote me on that. It feels like it's a few frames per hour, but actually no. Yeah, right, that should be everything about the mint Decavitator. Have fun with it. Okay, it's me again. I've actually forgot to mention two things. First up, the Stinger matchup. This is a somewhat slow Stinger killer, but nothing surprising there. The fastest way to kill Stingers is pretty much to get up to them and then have a bunch. Like if you approach with one range shot and then close the distance, you can kill it with 2 taps pretty much. 2 close taps, 1 fire tap. Been working pretty consistently for me. I just don't really seem to be doing anything of note. And just range taps are pretty slow because most of the time you're just gonna be hitting 1 pot. You can try to aim between pots and might hit 2 sometimes. It's tricky, I haven't really managed to get it to work consistently. That is that, and then the other thing, which I completely forgot to mention, but actually very significant, that is, look at this thing's ink. The throw bomb here, I'll tap a bunch. And do this for a really long time. Now I'm gonna do the same with charges after a bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can still get the 5th one somewhat fast enough of an empty ink tank as well. You're guaranteed 4 without decreased charging speed. Yeah, the ink efficiency on this is like complete nuts, really. You are never gonna run out, that is just how it is. That is also something that's gonna make this really strong. Yeah, my apologies for being a little bit late on that. It has to be said, it matters. Thank you.